Welcome and thank you for joining me, fellow creators. This is going to be a general reading for the collective, so not all messages are going to resonate with everybody, and that's okay. Just take what fits and leave the rest. Just know that while the camera was off, I've done all the things, and now that the camera is on, I'm ready to get down to business. If you want to support the channel or continue to support the channel, like, share, comment, and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you're interested in booking your one-on-one with me, head to the site 888andcreate.com. Otherwise, let's talk about these energies. I feel like that this is a part 2 of the Great Reset that everybody is focusing on and participating in, and finding the things that are necessary for you to continue on, to move forward, to clear out, and so forth and so forth and so forth. So part 2 of this, I feel like that this is a time that we're focusing on breaking cycles, getting out of time loops, and being tired of doing the same things over and over and over again, and being caught up in that, figuring a way out of the matrix per se. This is just the energy. Wanting difference, so knowing you need to do something different, and again breaking these cycles. This is that season. So what does that look like for you? How are you going to do it? Some of us are just we know we're tired of being left out, right? Tired of missing out, because we know that if we continue on doing the same things, not implementing any changes, loop after loop after loop, we'll never get out of it. We'll be complacent, and we won't further ourselves. We won't grow. We won't nurture our dreams. All of those things. So I feel like these are like the planning stages for some on how do I break free? How do I get out of this? For some of you guys, you're prepared to burn all of it down. You're gonna do whatever is necessary, whatever it takes, right? I know a lot of the energy here is just being tired of not being acknowledged, right? Not being respected. People not paying attention to you, how you feel. What's your dreams? What's your aspirations? What makes you happy? There are some people who are not willing to peel back these layers, get to know you beneath the surface, and things of that nature. For some, you don't want people to know that much about you. You don't want them to know the depths of you. But for those who it does matter to, these are the things that are being neglected. And these are the things that, to get out of these loops, that this is what has to change. And this is just saying, okay, but these are some of the things. For some of you, again, we're tired of the disappointments, the feelings of constant loss and unfulfillment, just in these loops of depression and unhappiness. So we really got to get to know ourselves on the level of, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to quit lying to ourselves. We have to acknowledge how we feel, right? And we have to acknowledge that some of the things that we may have acted like we were okay with, being truthful that we're really not okay with it. When we're walking around saying, no, these things didn't hurt our feelings, or no, something didn't get me emotionally involved, when in all actuality it did, right? So just being more truthful and honest with yourself. Like I was saying before on the last reading, doing the internal work and the external work. But for many, it's more of the internal work, needing more healing, on our internal selves. And what does that look like? How do we get there? Again, one, being totally honest with yourself, right? No longer accepting the things that doesn't make you happy, doesn't make you whole the way that you feel, whatever these things make you feel like you're not whole. Okay. once you start doing that healing, and once you figure out so many things, and it's going to lead you back to you and how you make yourself feel whole and how you make yourself feel happy, and things of that nature. But you got to get there first. Okay. Going within so that all of your awareness is, you become aware of those, and how do you uplift from there? Okay. What type of guidance have you been receiving that you've been overlooking yourself? What does that look to you spiritually? What does that look to you at all? Okay. It's just putting a whole lot of things in perspective and really breaking a whole lot of things down for yourself so you can enjoy the things that you know that you would enjoy otherwise if you just let go of some people, places, things, emotions, feelings, that type of thing. Embrace the new, embrace your creative side. Go ahead and do what the people don't understand, what the people won't understand, because it's not meant for them to understand. Letting letting go. We have to let go, and we have to get out of these cycles and out of these loops. Okay, just so we can reach to these levels of happiness that we know that ourselves, inside ourselves, that we provide for ourselves. Okay, but we got to get there first. Figuring out who you do want to work with, who you want to collaborate with, who you don't, who you should keep around, who you shouldn't keep around. But for a lot of you, this is all about your wealth, your spiritual wealth, your mental wealth, your physical wealth, your financial wealth. Getting a grasp on that, holding on to that, and maintaining that. So, what does that look like for you? Where are you in this process? But we all know, in order to break free from that, we got to let go of the things that are what? Not serving us, that are the negative influences of not moving forward, and getting in front of that and leaving that behind once and for all. Okay, let's clarify and confirm, shall we? Again, like I said, this really feels like a part two of the last reading. So maybe my team is like, hey, we need to elaborate. We need to further, go a little bit further and more in depth. Because you are the creator. I'm sorry, I just skipped right over the magician because I was already talking about everybody here, right? We are the creators. You are the magician. You're making these things happen. You are the only one that can make it happen. You are the only one that can reverse any of this that is going on that you feel is not a part of your current plans. Okay? Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of repeats, all about dissatisfaction and emptiness. A lot of emptiness. So is this how we walking around here? Just yeah, empty and unfulfilled. That's all right. You're going to change this. You have all the tools to make this happen for you. To get to your level of what makes you happy. Okay, this is what this is about. All right, so here we go. We're talking about the decisions moving forward to get us where we want to go, where we know we belong. Okay. Again, I'm getting repeat energy here. The emptiness, the lack, the unfulfillment, the unhappiness, the dissatisfaction, all of that because of these cycles that you continue to live in and don't want to break. I don't want to, because this is why we're here, because we want to break free from them. Some of us just don't know how. Some of us has felt like that anything that we try to call in, manifest, bring into our lives, it falls apart, or it doesn't manifest the way that you wanted to, or you intended it to, or what you thought it should look like, and it's not It's not happening that way, but there's something still not quite completed internally, is the reason why everything is feeling stagnant. Same, hangman. Why everything is feeling blocked. Why you feel like you can't move forward, like you are feeling like somebody is intentionally blocking you from getting to where you need to go. And for many, it's not an actual person. For many, that somebody is us. Okay. So that is why the healing has to take place. That's why the things have to be closed out. That's why the honesty with ourselves and what we want, what we truly, truly want for ourselves. And even for some who's created these lifestyles, right? Or these lives that you're living, and it can be somebody else's fairy tale, but for you, it's not your truth. And that is the lie. And that is what you have to resolve so you can get to your level of your happiness and what you truly, truly want, and, and being able to get there. So that's this is the conflict. This is what's going on. And until we figure it out, this is why we're going to stay in that same cycle instead of reversing or coming up out of it. Again, once you figure it out, there's so much for you on the outside of your revelations. You just got to figure out what are those decisions to get you there. Okay. If it's not making you happy, you have the 8 of Cups. See, this person is leaving all that behind. It's nothing there for them. What they've been in and what they thought they were filling their cups with wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't satisfying. It's not what they wanted. It's not the people they wanted to be with. It wasn't the people they wanted to work with. It wasn't the team. It's you have to be honest with yourself, and it's really, really showing up here. For some, it's being stuck because we're afraid to take that leap forward, right? Trusting in ourselves enough to know when you do take that leap, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay, but we got to get there with that trust. So this is an internal conflict with you trusting yourself, your decisions, or because everything right now feels like that is being a tad bit blocked, or there's obstacles, depending on the way that you look at it, and yeah, how you are assessing things. You may just find yourself on the I'm hearing delusion. It's like an illusion. It's not. It's really not what it is. It's the fear that is stopping you or holding you back. It's it's made up. It's not really a thing. It's really not. And so once you figure out how to go through it and get beyond it, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be able to make those things happen, maintain them. It will be stable. You just got to get through it. For some, this is a result of when you rush into things without consulting how your inner self and how you really feel, how you hit a wall, or you get yourself in a situation to you trying to figure out how I got here and now how do I get out, right? So there's some of you that are in that type of loop that it's poor planning. Everything can't be planned down to a T, but it requires a little bit of something, right? So I know that we get eager. I know that we get eager. Okay, there's a level of eagerness there. I know we get excited, and I know we sometimes when we get that idea and we just want to run with it, but we didn't put any real deep thought behind it. We didn't really plan how that's supposed to look, or if A, B, C doesn't work, will E, F, and G work? Those type of situations. And so that's how we get to those points where we want to burn all of it down, right? I feel like you need to take your time with this, okay? because there is some more inner work done. And please, please, please don't take this wrong. You have all of everything that it takes to make any of this happen. Okay, you are the creator, you are the manifestor, you are the magician. You have what it takes. For some, it's just not being utilized correctly. For some, it's just there's not a well thought out plan. And for others, we're afraid to initiate what it is that we want to, due to whatever fears we have, probably more than likely failing. The fear of failing, the fear of starting over, the fear that it might not quite end up the way that you want it to look like, but you still make it to the other side. Those things. And then there's some just, it's just the fear of not even getting started at all. So I just feel like that this is just a call out to figure it out. And what does figuring it out mean? Going within, really, really, really assessing what it is that you want for yourself in your life. Are you being totally honest? Are you being totally truthful? Are you living a lie right now? Because that energy is here for real, for real. And how the lie is making you spiral into pulling back and not doing anything for some. Okay. Please, please only take what resonate. And if this is not your circumstance, and if this is not how you feeling, and this is not the things that you're going through, this is not for you. This is not even about you. Okay. But for those who it is, you have some great ideas. You have what it takes. It's some proper planning. It's some healing that needs to be done internally. It's some getting past some things. It's some closing out some things. It's getting that taken care of first, so that when you do go, you can prosper, flourish. Everything can come to you the way that's supposed to come to you. It doesn't feel forced. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to push it. You ain't got to make it. When it's supposed to be, you would know it. It's automatic. The feeling is flow. It's not pushed, it's not rushed, and it's not forced. All right, let's get some final messages here for the collective. Again, if you need that one-on-one so we can zero in on your own personal and not a collective energy, go ahead and, make that happen. A lot of you guys are feeling the feeling of the energies of disruption, right? That obstacle that's down here twice, being obstructed, being blocked, right? It's not an external blockage. It's an internal blockage. It's nobody on the outside doing this to you, okay? So there's that disruption. We got to get past that. We got to get through that. We got to heal that so you can move on, okay? Some people, in this, I believe this was in the last reading as well. We are so caught up in what other people think, perceive about us, and that's hindering a lot of you too, because that's where the manipulation comes in. People telling you, this is too much. Oh, you'll never be able. Oh, you sure about that? When before you took it to them, you were real sure. Then they started casting doubt, and you started feeling doubt, right? So let's not worry about what anybody else thinks. This is really a crucial moment for you to figure out what's best for you and get this down packed so you can get there. And we're not going to worry about what anybody else has to say. Third eye. Some of you guys are really working on your intuition and what you're getting from your third eye, and that's very important, very crucial. Okay, and some of y'all need to work on your third eye. Let's see what else we got here. But somebody is wide open and they seeing more than just with the two eyes on their face. You're getting things intuitively, spiritually. You're getting these downloads. Your nudges, yes, what you feeling, what you seeing. Some of you guys are getting these dreams. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And when you being honest and truthful with yourself, you see these things for what they are, right? And you get out of the illusion. So here we go with the flow, right? We're not forcing it. It's automatic. It comes, but it's on the other side of you healing and really figuring this thing out for yourself, okay? Oh, and then when you go in with the flow, what happens? Opportunities happen. When you're trying to force it, you're helping with those blockages. Emotionally, here's your heart chakra. Emotionally, a lot of y'all caught up in emotions that are not even y'all's. A lot of this energy is other people deflecting, projecting their emotions and stuff on you, and it's confusing, and it's confusing, and it's uh, we know what emotions do, right? Or because we're not fully healed internally, that we're making everything emotional when it's not requiring emotion. Okay, so some of us got to take that step back, and we're like, why are we feeling this way? Why did that one person trigger you like that? Why, when somebody suggested something positive and beneficial to you, you took it the wrong way? Okay, let's 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 heal all of that. Let's get all that together, okay? And a lot of you need to do it in solitude. A lot of you got to do it alone, without the outside noise. Again, without even everybody's opinions, and alone. Some of this you have to do alone. Some of this you have to figure it out with none of the noise. All internal, while being truthful with yourself. Okay? So we are constantly working. We're never going to stop. We're constantly learning. We're never going to stop. We're constantly growing. We're never going to stop. Not if you are the true creators that I know you are. You cannot create in a space that is not authentic. You cannot create if your heart isn't in it. So in order for you not to lose this energy that your heart chakra gives off for the passion and the desire to do and be all the things that you want for yourself in your life, when living in your truth, we got to get all of this healed, and we got to get it all together. Okay? I know y'all can do this. I'm not worried about y'all. And until next time, I love you. I love you. I love you.